It's the hottest dish in the streets. It's what everyone's talking about on Facebook,
Twitters and Facebooks and all that stuff.
It's time for Big Tigger's Trending Topics on V103.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, time for the Trending Topics being brought to you by Mass Appeal Contemporary Streetwear, 2280 Chester Bridge Road. Check us out on Instagram at Mass Appeal ATL. Shout out to all my folks over there. Nice clothes. Likes that place. Now, speaking of epic businesses, shout out to the homie Snoop Dogg. Launched a website yesterday, and of course, it's all about that. It's called Merry, Merry, Jade. It's described as an informational hub for all things Puff Puff Pass. Snoop says it will be a sort of cannabis encyclopedia, giving users, quote, all they need to know. There will be shows and videos centered around the marijuana lifestyle, including a food show, cooking with cannabis, or pairing meals with Puff Puff Pass, celebrity interviews, videos, and a show called Deflowered, which will feature people for doing something for the first time. Sounds like a lot of fun. There will also be editorial content, and of course, there will be a database featuring all sorts of cannabis strains so that users can decide which is the one right for you and where to find it. That is crazy. Right now, the site is in beta, giving away 420, that would be 420, sneak peeks a day. Sign up now at Merry, Merry, Jane.com and put one in the air, Snoop says. So, if you want a sneak peek, check that out. Someone not giving so many sneak peeks would be Janet Jackson. You know she's on this tour, right? Which will be here shortly. But under the influence, pun intended, of her husband, she's converted to Islam. 3 years ago, she married Wissam Al-Mana, who is both a billionaire and a Muslim. Source indicates she feels like she's found a home with her new religion. The days of raunchy dance moves and sexual lyrics are long gone for Janet. Stop the presses. Ain't that what we love Janet for? She's been dressing real auntie-like on this tour. There will be no stomach muscles. There will be no flesh exposed. She is dressed head to toe. In fact, she concludes each show of her Unbreakable World Tour with the phrase, Inshallah, which translates to if Allah wills. So, if you got tickets to the Janet show, don't expect that same Janet. She'll still be on, I don't know. I'm scared. Anyway, moving on. Speaking of covering up, Louis Farrakhan had a lot to say to another god of sorts. That would be Jehovah. He sat down for an interview, discussed a lot of hot topics, including Bey-Z. According to Farrakhan, Hov is a good manager who should tell Beyonce to stay out of her famous bodysuits and fashion numbers since men can't help but look in her direction. Instead, he wants to see Beyonce covered up. Quote, you have to educate the managers. Jay-Z is a good man. Jay-Z is a good manager, but now your woman is on display. Do you want men looking at your woman, being tempted by your woman to make advances at your woman? He also went on to extend his advice to other notable black women in the music industry who wouldn't want to be with Rihanna, who wouldn't want to be with Nicki Minaj. But you strip them, then their body is being used as the tool of degradation, and the woman is the subjection of a man. Although the message seemed to come with good intentions, many believe it contributes to an all too familiar note. It's always the woman's fault, never the misogynist's fault. An activist and orator solidified his stance on Facebook, saying, quote, to my brother Jay-Z, as much as I love and admire you, I want to see my sister Beyonce beautifully covered. You're responsible. Would Beyonce or Rihanna be the same artist all the way covered up? Great question. The mind says. Would you still love Beyonce if she had on sweatpants all the time? That's going to do it for the Trending Topics. Wow, that's a deep one. That's one to grow on. If you have any other questions, or if you missed any part of this, please hit up V-103.com, where you can not only listen to it in its entirety, you can also see my Farrakhan face. Big Tigger back with more next on V103.